Shalom. I'm Cayle White, a 3G New York board member and grandchild of Sala and of Kurtz, Zatzal, two survivors from Radom, Poland, and I am so proud to be here to commemorate Yom HaShoah on behalf of 3G New York, grandchildren of Holocaust survivors. We are honored to be partnering with Combat Antisemitism and their global coalition of organizations and esteemed dignitaries on this global event. 3GNY is an educational nonprofit for grandchildren of survivors and our supporters. As a living link, we preserve the legacies and the lessons of the Holocaust. Our mission is to educate diverse communities about the perils of intolerance and to provide a supportive forum for the descendants of survivors. 3GNY is most proud of our flagship educational program, We Do, which is short for We Educate. This initiative empowers grandchildren of survivors to learn and compellingly share their families' Holocaust experiences in school classrooms and with community groups. Since We Do started in 2010, we've trained more than 250 speakers, visited 400 classrooms in 110 different schools, and we have reached more than 29,000 students. 3GNY is volunteer run, and we have so much more to do, and we're making it happen however we can. For more information about how to bring 3GNY speakers to your community or to support our critical work, please visit us at 3gny.org. What does Yom HaShoah mean to a grandchild of survivors? For those of us who grew up knowing our grandparents and being immersed in their stories, it is a day filled with enormous sorrow. Our grandparents were often the sole survivors in their families. Some were hidden children themselves, so we don't typically have family reunions or heirlooms. Most of our relatives don't even have graves to show that they existed. We have almost nothing to prove that they came from somewhere. We almost feel sometimes like we fell from the sky. The memories that our grandparents shared with us are almost all that there is to prove the existence of a vanished world. But they did exist. 6 million unique individuals with hopes and dreams who loved and who were loved. Brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, grandparents, and among them 1.5 million pure and innocent children. May their blood be avenged. Like my great-grandmother, Chanabindel Goldberg, Aleha Shalom, who sacrificed her life so that the next generation could live with grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren whom she would never meet, but who all know her name and carry her good humor and joyous nature. This day is also one of awe and gratitude, because my grandparents witnessed miracles. Not only did the Nazis not succeed in their plan to murder the entire Jewish people and wipe out Judaism, the survivors went on to build thriving communities all over the world. The current world Jewish population is now approaching pre-war levels, and Jews of all backgrounds live together, celebrating our common heritage, and our children enjoy freedoms our ancestors once dreamed of. My grandparents also lived to see another miracle, the establishment of the modern state of Israel, an enormous source of pride for them that gave them the assurance that the Shoah or anything on the scale of the Shoah could not happen again because Jews could now defend themselves. My movie once told me that she thought that when people learned the truth of what took place in the Shoah, that anti-Semitism would cease to exist because they would be so ashamed and so apologetic. This unfortunately is not the case, especially today. On college campuses, on the streets of New York City, Paris, and Tel Aviv, Jews are still being targeted simply because they are Jewish, and we will not stand for this. We will weaponize our love and compassion against their hatred and intolerance to spread a message of light and hope and build a better future. Thank you. Am Yisrael Chai.